Nice spot, huh? It's a cold day. I had to find some place for the chat without wind because it's a pretty steady northwest wind today with gusts of like 30 miles an hour. They say wind chill today is -2. They're out for recess today. You just went by the playground. The school kids are going to have a treat in about a half hour. I hope to actually get back for it. Ben Barch is coming to school. So Jenny is our great parishioner, helps decorate church and lots of other stuff, but just part of our community, like so many of you are. And anyway, she has the distinction of being the grandmother of an NFL football player who actually plays currently and was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Didn't win that year, so didn't get the ring. But so Ben plays for the San Francisco 49ers, and he's a church guy. And he loves his Catholic faith and the Lord, and he's going to come and show up at school and walk around the classrooms, and should be great, right? I mean, something that would have certainly thrilled me in my day, and I'm thrilled today even. We have our staff meeting at the same time, though, so see if I can do a quick hello and thank him for coming and then go. But anyway, it's great that he would do that, visiting his grandma in the middle of the season. So that's pretty cool. Got a few things. Got to talk. I feel like I've just been selling a lot lately, and I don't like being a selling person. I hope you don't feel manipulated or anything, but I just, I used to volunteer at the place that makes these. It's a wonderful community. We're selling these at the church. It's a crafts place in Bethlehem. People with intellectual disabilities sit around a table and laugh and smile and make stuff like this with people without those disabilities. And the money they make selling them supports their community, helps them continue to meet. They even have retreats on the Sea of Galilee in the summer if they can afford it and get away. So anyway, it's just a beautiful community called the L'Arche community of Bethlehem. And we have a lot of their goods for sale. We have other things. They also make these little like coin purse kind of deals. Anybody want nice quality things there. And then we have some, they're not selling great, which I'm a little surprised, because when we have olive wood people, they come and they sell a lot, and for a lot more money than we're asking, because we get this directly from Bethlehem, the wood carvers. But I thought I thought everybody would want one of these. So to add to your creche a real, Christ child and crib, it's got a little, fits right in there. So this is hand carved olive wood from the Holy Land, right? And we've got two small ones. This is a medium. We've got one large one. And, they're not the cheapest thing. Like this one's $40, but it's a good value in terms of what they cost when the people come around and sell them. So, anyway, that's all available. So let me know. I'm happy to send them to people that may be watching this chat from far away. And I could give you a little video tour. I think I put up on the Parish Facebook page last night a little tour of the table and everything that's being sold. So, okay, so there's that. The other thing I'm selling is that pilgrimage to Portugal and Spain. I have 8 fully registered at the headquarters of the company. I have 4 whose registrations I set in, so that's 12. I have 2 that basically said they could go if there were refrigerators in every, because they need it for special reason. And so I think I'm pretty solidly at 16. Or is that 12, 14? 14. So and we need 25. So a lot of people, and I feel bad. They really, whether you have a good excuse or not, you just go if you want to go. But it's a nice opportunity. It's like go to Portugal, see Fatima, explore some Marian devotion, a lot of prayer time, a lot of visiting churches, Mass every day. Just a whole new country and just a wow of that. Portugal and then Spain, and then of course to go to Santiago de Compostela, where StJames is buried, St. James the Greater, our patron saint, and end up sliding down to Madrid, Toledo, Salamanca, places like that, Avila. So I maybe should have faced the camera the other way. It just wasn't easy to sit, but yeah, I'll show you when I'm done, I hope, because you can see this. Well, just in case you can't see it when I leave because of the clouds coming. Isn't that pretty? The sunshine on water there. Really nice, isn't it? Beauty, that's an avenue for me to know God, the beauty, that's for sure. I think I've shared with many times my story about just being so grateful in kind of a scene like this. When I was in college, wondering about the existence of God and I was just overwhelmed by emotion and I couldn't quite name the feeling, but I knew it was rooted in the experience of gratitude. And then I just begged the question, well, who should I thank? Gratitude implies someone to thank. And I thought, wow, there's a good reason to believe in God. He's the giver of all good gifts, you know. I'm not here because I made myself. I'm here because he wanted me to be here. So anyway, that's been a rock for me as far as my faith. Bunch of parish news. I don't know, maybe I'll start off first. I try to talk about, political implications of the gospel. As I said, a few, I'm not really get my feet in that too much, but I was just horrified yesterday when I saw the end of the cabinet meeting in the White House yesterday. I was just sitting down innocently to have a little leftover pasta and threw the TV on. It was like the last 3 minutes of that. And I had to make sure I saw what I thought I saw and read about it afterwards. But this anti-immigrant fervor in our country right now is beyond, to me, it's beyond a political issue of how to deal with immigration inside of immigration policy. It's mean. It's demeaning to human dignity. The president referred to like people as a class as garbage, and I thought, oh my gosh, I don't know if he was talking about the Somalis then, or it just seems like anybody from a poor country who tend to be darker skinned. He said they're garbage. We don't want garbage coming into our. He called the representative from the. I don't want to get too attacking on one thing, but that's offensive. That should offend the Christian conscience. They say it's the best kept secret, Catholic social teaching, but we know that everybody's made in God's image, right? Everybody has human dignity. That shouldn't be a new idea to us, and particularly Catholics. I mean, I've been drilled in with that idea all my whole life, to care for people in need and love your neighbor as yourself. I mean, it's just stuff you kind of take for granted. You don't call people garbage, and then worse. I didn't want to get into all the quotes, but his last couple of words were, locker room talk, putting people down. And then what really bothered me was that someone at the table, kind of like here, yeah, they are garbage. They don't belong here. We gotta get rid of them. And at the highest levels of government, and that was a Catholic guy, recent convert. And I thought, well, what did we had different teachers, I guess, and no, I don't think it's a political thing. Like if there was to me it's style. When things become mean and people are disrespected, I think, oh my gosh. And if it were like a different political party and someone was, insulting the dignity of unborn life, and toward the end someone hit the table and said, yeah, that would be deeply offensive to me. And I think it should be to people. So I don't know what to do with that. It's like one thing just to kind of point it out and say, that's bad. But it's a start, to be vigilant for what's of God in the world and what isn't of God in the world. And so I hope it causes people of goodwill to double down on hopefully what we learned from life and trying to live together on this planet, and hopefully what we learned from our faith, that we're all made in God's image. And I hope we can double down on the dignity of everybody in the world and our need to respect human life, wherever it is, particularly when it, not particularly, but certainly including when they're walking in our midst. That's valuable. So I don't mean to get too much on my soapbox, but golly, sometimes I just think it's worth pointing out, because if things are never said, then people, oh, maybe that's normal, maybe that's okay. It's not okay. call people garbage. So the bishops, by the way, before all that, had a really nice document on immigration reform. It said, "We are saddened," this is from a week or two ago, "we are saddened by the state of the contemporary debate and the vilification of immigrants." Fair enough. "Despite obstacles and prejudices, generations of immigrants have made enormous contributions to the well-being of our nation. We as Catholic bishops love our country and pray for its peace and prosperity. For this very reason, we feel compelled now, in this environment, to raise our voices in defense of God-given human dignity. Catholic teaching exhorts nations to recognize the fundamental dignity of all persons, including immigrants." Like we should have to say that. "We bishops advocate for a meaningful reform of our nation's immigration laws and procedures." Fair enough. "To our immigrant brothers and sisters, we stand with you in your suffering, since when one member suffers, all suffer," to paraphrase St. Paul. "You are not alone." Last little paragraph. "We oppose the indiscriminate mass deportation of people. We pray for an end to dehumanizing rhetoric and violence, whether directed at immigrants or at law enforcement." So, there it is. So it wasn't just me riffing, but it's the U.S. bishops. I think they voted to pass that like 232 to 4. I'm not sure why the 4 opposed it, but they might have philosophical reasons or something. I don't know. But pardon me, I haven't been feeling well. Really ever since Thanksgiving. So I got through. I was really praying hard and trying to focus to get through the first Advent liturgy, especially the musical setting for the Eucharistic prayer when you got this. Whoa. And thankfully, thanks for all those great musicians accompanying, got through it really nice. I just put it away. Why did I put it away? ParishNews. It's all here. School program. I mentioned Ben at the school today. So on the 12th, is that this week? No, next week. So Friday next week, school program, Christmas program. Heather M. Mesikowski is working real hard on that, our music teacher. She's got such wonderful taste, good religious sensibility. She always chooses good school programs for us. After that, the following week on the 16th, there will be a caroling on a Tuesday evening if you want to join the school community and carol. I used to love caroling with my buds. 2, 3, 4 of us would walk around 12th Avenue and Maple Street and just sing songs. We had a good time. It's good to have good friends you can do nice, wholesome things and have a blast with. Our parish council, and pastoral and finance, both councils will be off this Advent. So I hope our members know they're appreciated for their service and hope they can make use of those extra couple hours to maybe pray or just not be as frantic as they might be otherwise. So Immaculate Conception Feast Day, it's on a Monday because it's the patronal feast of our country. It's obligatory even though it's on a Monday or a Saturday, in this case a Monday. I do want to still have breakfast with my mother that day in Wausau, so the school community was kind enough to say we can have an afternoon mass instead of a morning mass. So school mass will be at 2:30 on Monday the 8th, and the one other mass at 5:30. Winter hand warmers, we're collecting them and throughout the winter, so not just a December thing, but big deal for homeless people in Eau Claire to have hand warmers, and so we want them to not freeze their hands and get frostbite. So you can pick up some hand warmers at a local store. I'm sure Menard's got a ton of them right down the block from StJames, and any place. I talked about the pilgrimage and the sale. Reconciliation, that's just tomorrow already. So December 4th, a Thursday at St. James. And then the next Tuesday, Thursday, there'll be at different parishes in Eau Claire. Our blood drive will be on the 8th. Casey Breakfast returns, so that's exciting. I believe on the 14th of December. We haven't had a Casey Breakfast in a long time. So they make good, what do they do? Hash browns. I don't always take everything they offer. Not that everything isn't delicious, but they have salsa for the scrambled eggs. Is it a pancake deal? Anyway, it's a good homemade breakfast. Biscuits and gravy. That's always one of the great things they make. That's to look forward to. So that'll be Sunday, December 14th. Also, the feast of Saint John of the Cross, whose tromping grounds we would see on the pilgrimage in April if we get over there. Custodial job. Oh, Christine wrote the job description for me, and I didn't take it. But Louise has done a great job being kind of an assistant custodial presence at the school. She's going to step down, so we need someone else. Maybe someone in addition to being a big job is cleaning up after lunch. That's like the core of the job. But it'd be good to have someone around also who has some fix-it ability, can deal with some things as they come up. So if you think you're kind of handy and helpful, and have that spirit to want to be around a beautiful, positive learning environment at StJames School, let us know. You can read more about that in the bulletin. There's a real announcement there. Trivia! I was wondering if we're going to have one in December or not. Indeed, we are. I bet you it's going to be great. It's going to probably be a lot of Christmas trivia, and that'll be December 20th, Saturday after Mass. And I'll bet you they just do such a great job. Gosh, it's like Sherry and Beth and Landon, and I mean the actual trivia contest itself is high class on a big screen and well researched, and then I don't know, it just ends up being a lot of really good food there too. So goodness gracious, come on over. We blew it on Final Jeopardy, my team, last time. We had the lead going into Final Jeopardy, and darn it, it's okay. So Christmas. So Pleasant Valley Tree Farm, on Elk Mound. They're always so good to churches. They always furnished our churches. A lot of family there, part of St. Joe's in Menominee, and we I think that's where we get our tree. That one big tree. It's pretty big to get. I don't know how it's arranged, but they find a big tree for us. And anyway, they always bring me like a wreath. And this year I didn't see it in time, so I strung up on a pole the lights. But I did take the wreath over to the house, and I got it. And so I got a wreath on this little stick coming out of the porch, the yard light. And then that yard light has a motion sensor, so it lights up. And there's a outlet on the back, so I just plugged it in, and I didn't bother like around the wreath. I just kind of put it like around the wreath, so it only took me 30 seconds, and I'm good. I have to go get some timers though. I don't know where my timers went. So they turn on at 3 and turn off at 2. Right now they're just on, but they're LEDs. They don't take a lot of energy. Anyway, I don't know if you have any lights. I put up blue lights for Advent, and then on Christmas Eve I go around and I switch them over to white for the Christmas season. Golly, I think that's all. Let's have an Advent prayer. Loving God, you teach us so much through your Son Jesus, and we thank you for sending him in the first place. But we always need more of him. There's the 3 comings of Advent: his original coming that we remember and celebrate, his second coming that we await in joyful hope, when he'll make all things right and bring justice to the land, culminate all creation. Quite a mystery there that we hold on to. And he comes to us, in the Eucharist. There's lots of ways that Jesus comes to us even now. And we're all pregnant in a way because God wants to take shape in us more. He wants us to be his compassion in the world, his care, his love in the world. And so let us love one another well. Let's respect all people. How's that song go? Let us call all people holy. May we make our life anew, something like that. Let's be one with all the lowly. Let us all be one in you. So help us to shine as your people this Advent season, oh God. God bless you, everybody. Peace. I'll let you look at this. Nice spot, isn't it?